It was difficult to keep my cell phone steady in my hand from a standing position. The road was as smooth as silk, for which the Bangladesh Army must claim praise for building such an A-class road. Still, there was this low vibration produced by the wheels in conflict with the road, and that was unsettling my grip on the phone. The jeeps that regularly ply this road, an 80 km long strip from Cox's Bazar to Teknaf along the sea beach, are abandoned Toyota jeeps which are refitted and customized to carry tourists with open hood. We were a big team from Teknaf consisting of officers and teachers, their wives and children on a post-Eid holiday journey to Cox's Bazar, and we rented 3 such jeeps. On the second day of our stay in the coastal city, we undertook this trip to Marine Drive, and as it was raining furiously on the second day of July, we relished it rather though the rain missiles hurt our faces and other exposed parts of the body. I kept standing with the support of the iron cage of the open hood, and kept watching the fantastic view of the road as it tore through the space between the hills on our left and the sea on our right. It was raining so hard that our driver couldn't see anything in front but only the right white mark, now looking very indistinct, on the left side of the road, which I thought was the only thing helping him not to skid the jeep out of the road. The road is a marvelous feat of construction, just about 20 feet wide, and metalled and black pitched, and looked as virgin as the clumps of jhau forests on the seaside. The jhau trees often block the view to the sea, but considering their positive contribution in blocking strong winds and retaining the soil beds, you can welcome them. It is said that Bangabandhu, who took shelter in the house of an old woman in the hills of Inani, to evade a warrant of arrest by the Pakistan government, had also spotted one aspect about the beach, that jhau trees must be planted on the seaside to block wind and also to prevent the earth from breaking down by the assault of the sea waves. Shah Porir Island is the southernmost border of Bangladesh. There is nothing beyond, except for vast waterways and the untamed waves of the Bay of Bengal. Looking afar, we'd only be able to witness few fishing boats. There is nothing elsewhere, nothing at all. It's as if an excerpt from Bhupen Hazarika's song, "The clouds speak silently, there's no one, nothing around." Standing on a wooden shanko, these lines were constantly filling up my mind. We sat at that point for a long time, sprinkling ourselves with the salty waters of the ocean. As we waited, the sky began to turn gloomy and the air slightly windy. We started off towards Netong immediately, before it began to rain cats and dogs. For once, I thought it would be interesting to wait and get wet in the monsoon rain, next to the ocean, but then again my good sense prevailed and the realization set in a little later, that it would be far better to observe the beautiful scenery, sitting in a cozy bungalow near the Naf river. Netong is a locality situated in Teknaf. At this heavenly place, comfortable cottages by the forest department, bungalows by the roads and highways division and motels by the tourism sector are readily available. We had a large team and so we had to break up and stay at the different options available. The ferry service for St. Martin Island is also available at this place. A lot of tourists come to Netong from Dhaka and Cox's Bazar to travel to St. Martin Island. With a little bit of planning, you can also stay at this place for 1 or 2 nights, at the beautiful lodging areas, enjoying a bit of the mountain forests and the Naf River. A little bit of sauntering along the curved roads will lead you ultimately to the ocean.